Yo, it's your boy Ado. I'm back with another video. I'm going to be discussing the overload ball side OBS, the meta that people keep using. It seems to be used with drop back, one depth. A lot of people are complaining about, including pros, a lot of top quality players that are just playing teams that are parking the bus essentially, and you can't get past them. And I'm going to discuss a way that we can potentially counter it. So let's get into it. So for those of you who don't know, this is probably the formation or the tactics that you're the one coming across, or for those of you who do know, this is it. So it's usually on drop back, they play on one depth and they maybe got 4 or 5 width. I mean, that's preference really, but that's probably the sort of go-to amount. And it's just really compact and tight and hard to get back. As you can see, you've got the defenders like sitting in front of the goalkeeper, so it's very difficult. And with overload ball side, it essentially gets the AI to cover all of the other players that you're not essentially covering, and it just makes it so difficult to break down and get by it. And when they play with possession, it's just so annoying. So this is the formation and tactics that people use generally with 4-2-3-1, and to counter it we are going to use a different tactic. So as we can see on the defensive tactics on the bottom left of the screen, I've got overload ball side on, and let's just give the ball to them just to show you sort of what it's like. And I've used this sort of zoomed out camera just to show you how it is. And as you can see, I've got like 50 men behind the ball. It looks mental on screen, and there's no real way of breaking this down. I mean, you can pass as much as you want. I've seen so many pros recently complaining about it, and it sort of shows how difficult it is. So I'll just give the ball back, and you can sort of see the shape of my team. Now that we've got the ball back, they all just drop back in numbers of like, literally you've got the 10 sitting in front of the goalie, and it just makes it so difficult. There's no space. You really get sort of drowned out. So I'm going to be showing you the tactic shortly to counter this. So now we're going to set up the custom tactic that can potentially counter the overload ball side formation or tactic that is being sort of heavily used by everyone. I sort of come across this when I was playing someone on division rivals, and it seemed to be very effective. So I'll sort of get into it now. So formation, I mean, it looks very unorthodox. I'll be honest with you, when I saw it I was like, can this actually work? But I can sort of assure you that it is effective. It's not the most defensive style of play. Obviously it's more attacking, so maybe when you're 1-0 down, or you do want to attack, they can't do nothing, you know that they're not that great, they're looking for that one goal, you don't want to go penalty, something like that. So yeah, it's 4-2-4 formation. Basically how it's going to work is these 2 extra strikers, which are basically wingers, are going to constantly press the back 4. So that essentially is their back 4 there. So you're literally matching them 1 for 1, and you've got options right at their end. And it's not just about having the options, because 4-2-3-1 gives you that with passing, but it just puts them further ahead, and you can definitely attack more easily and also press them a lot better. So with tactics, you can obviously leave this on balanced or sort of press. It really depends on whether you're losing or not and how much of a risk you want to take. So it's either going to be balanced or sort of press after possession loss maybe, or like I said, if you are losing and you really want to go for it, then you're going to do constant pressure. But that depends. You can put apply team pressure in game or whatever. So width we'll leave it as 5, depth we'll leave it as, you can go 6, 5, 4. I mean, it don't really matter. Like I said, it really depends on the person you're playing, how the game's going. If you feel like you really want to press them and get the goal when you're not that concerned about defending, then you can go for 6. Or you want to just sort of keep it safe, we'll leave it on 4 as well. You're not going to get exposed that much, believe it or not. So with offensive style, we'll leave it on, it's either going to be fast build up or it's going to be balanced depending on the risk you want to take. Width, I'll leave that on 5. I like to leave my width on 5 for offensive and defensive. Players in box, I usually leave that on about 4, and this is sort of personal preference, leave it on 2 or 3, don't really make that much difference personally. So that's the formation. Obviously you can have your wingers to cut in, your left footed player on the right. I mean, that's just sort of personal preference. And so for custom tactics, we're going to leave the fullbacks on stay back while attacking, because as much as you're trying to win the game, you don't want to get countered. You don't want to still lose to this person, because it's annoying as hell. They got 60% possession, they're not letting you see the ball, and then when you do see the ball, what happens? They got 20 men behind it. So we're going to put our DMs on stay back cover center, because they're going to be very important in the situation where they're just the 2 main man sitting there. And then the wingers we're gonna have should be cut inside and getting box across, so they're obviously cutting inside when they've got the chance, and they're also making runs inside to give you more options and also drag the forwards out. And it really depends with the defensive support. If you do want to go really attacking, you're going to leave them on stay forward, but balance or basic is sort of quite safe in that regards, because you can do a bit of both. Supporting runs, getting behind, I wouldn't do that personally, because you do want them to sort of come short as well, not just try run behind the players, because where they're going to make runs if their players are sitting on the byline. So strikers, leave one on getting behind, and you can leave them on basic as well. I tend to leave them on basic as well, like I said, just to give you more options, or you can leave them both on mixed attack. Yeah, but I really recommend that you guys try out this sort of formation or tactic, no matter what sort of level of FIFA player you are. If you've come across the overload ball side, you know how frustrating it is, and it definitely is worth a try. I thought it was effective. I was very impressed by it. So that is the end of my video. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you got any sort of comments, feedback, please write them down below and I will try to get back to you. And that is it for now. Thanks for watching. Safe.